swarm is what happens when the colony gets too big. The queen will split away and leave to start another colony, and the bees that are left will grow a new queen out of one of her eggs. All right, we're gonna take this box off. Look at that big old jumping spider.
They sealed that good, huh?
Yeah, they did.
There's a beetle trap. Those both trap beetles as well.
You can actually see some dead beetles stuck into this yellow stuff here, which that's what it's for, is trapping the beetles. The bees will chew it up and make it real sticky.
Mm-hmm. Not many. It's a good sign.
So we're pretty much going to go through this box now like we did the first top box, and we're going to be looking for capped brood and the queen herself. Here's some hive beetles right here. These aren't good, but they're not in high enough numbers to hurt this hive. Usually the bees themselves will keep them in check. Not many on that one. So they're keeping their hive pretty clean on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke these guys a little bit to get them to go down so I can pull the frames without hurting them.
This colony's definitely grown a lot since we first captured them, for sure.
It was early spring when we first removed this colony from the old garage. Usually when you're going through the hive and doing an inspection like this, you want to do it as fast as you can. But since we're shooting this video trying to show everybody what it's all about, we're really taking our time. Doesn't look like there's much activity on this frame. It's just empty right now. They're obviously keeping it clean, otherwise you would see beetles and stuff in it. They just haven't put any honey or brood in it yet. We have some honey here, capped honey. More capped honey.
I wish more people would start doing this.
Yeah, it'd be pretty awesome.
A lot of people don't realize we lose the honeybees, it's over. We're gonna have big problems.
There's lots of honey in this frame. It's not capped yet. You can see a big drone right here. That's a male bee. They'll be kicking all the males out of the hive pretty soon here as it starts to get colder to help conserve food. They only need them in the springtime for mating.
Yep, boot them out.
Get rid of the men.
Yep, throw the men out.
It's how they survive through the winter though. The less mouths they have to feed, the better off they are. Just enough to support the colony through the winter. This is a pretty heavy frame. They've got it pretty full. The whole top is capped. The bottom is full of honey and not capped yet. You look here, look at that bee's got her legs packed full of pollen, bringing it back to the hive. Here's the opposite side of the frame. A lot of drones on this frame trying to get their last minute feeding in before they get booted out of the hive. No queen so far. It looks like this next frame that's going to come out may have some brood on it though, so we may be getting close to the queen. So we got a little bit of brood down here on the bottom of this frame. You can see the flat, kind of lighter caps. That's all female brood right there. I'm not seeing a queen anywhere on here yet. Definitely a very healthy hive.
Yeah, they're doing extremely well.
Got a big cluster of bees right here. There could be a queen under there. I doubt it though. No, she's not in there. You can see a bee emerging right there. Right up. You see where it is, Ryan? Poking its head right out, chewing through the cap on the comb. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
I don't. Where at?
Right up there in the middle where that opening is.
Oh, yep. It's hard to find it. Yeah, right there. How cool is that?
Look at all the cups they got on the bottom of the frame.
Mm-hmm.
Those are queen cups. They'll usually lay eggs in that to start developing queens, but they're empty. I'm gonna guess that the queen's probably all the way down in that bottom box. We'll see though. There's still a couple frames here left she might be on. The honey smell is even stronger further down here into the hive.
It is.
Alright, so this frame is full of larvae. Full of larvae. You can't really see them because the bees are covering it all. Let's see if I can move the bees out of the way so you can see the larvae. All the little white grubs down in the honeycomb, that's the bee larva. Which is a good sign. It means we do have a queen in here somewhere. I don't have the queen in this hive marked like a lot of people do. They'll put a white or a red or a yellow mark on her back with a special paint marker. So it's a little bit harder to find her when you don't have her marked. Here's a lot of good drone brood. Those raised caps, those are all drone. This frame looks like an awful lot of brood on it also. We may find the queen on this frame. She usually will hang where most of the brood is. Pretty tight brood patterns on this frame. That's pretty good. That's what you want to see. Still haven't spotted that queen though.
Yeah, she's probably down in the bottom.
I mean, honestly, if she's down in the bottom, we probably ain't gonna get to see her because I really don't want to dig through that bottom box.
Right.
So this bee tried to sting me, got its stinger stuck in my glove, and everybody knows when honeybees die, they rip their stinger out and they die. Or when they sting, they rip their stinger out and die. You can see a stinger.
Hold on, you gotta stop moving because it's blurry.